Good day, viewers. I thought I'd work a little bit on my patio project. This is going to be the beginning of part 2 of Walter's Redneck Patio project. I got 30 more bricks, 12 more gray ones and 18 more red ones. And I had to use both fingers and toes to count up the right amount of how many I needed. I'm going to make this white row on the end go all the way across like a square. So I'll take up those three and those three on that end and put them in the middle here somewhere. So the white square will go around the whole patio. I'd like to say those bricks magically appeared, but they didn't. I went to Lowe's this morning and picked them up. I made a mistake not buying them all the other day at that price. They were 5 for $5. The Memorial Day is over, and the sale went back up to $1.58 a piece. So those 30 bricks I bought today cost me $45 instead of $30. Should have got them all the other day. I should have made 2 trips. Oh well, live and learn. I squirted a little water out here on this thing yesterday. Came out here today and 1 or 2 of them needed leveling. I've been sitting here tinkering with them. Scratched out under some of these. This one here is sticking up just a little bit. A little bit wobbly. I'll have to get into it when I take those other 3 up. Looks like I got to do quite a bit of scratching here. This whole corner's high. Good way to lose your fingers. You better be careful, Walter. Break time. When you're the boss, you can do that. Call break time anytime you want. Well, my friends, I'm sitting here catching my breath. I got 6 rows put in. I've scratched out over here for these 2. And I got to be downright honest with you. Ain't no way in heck I'm ever going to pick them up and put no sand under. If they break, they break. I squirted water on them yesterday on those first 4 rows. When we get a lot of rain out here, dirt washes down this hill like you wouldn't believe. It's pretty well going to find every little low place up underneath there and wash dirt up under there if it don't break in the meantime. But it's not much of a patio. I've discovered this little area up here. It's got the nicest breeze of anywhere on the property. You got to realize we're on top of the hill here. We're away from the house, which probably radiates heat itself. We're under the shade of this big old oak tree. I'm gonna go ahead and lay these other 2 row of bricks. Meantime, I might tell you a story. I don't know if I can think of one. All right, my friends, I'm going to conclude my video series with one little look at my patio that we got built up here. I like the way it turned out. My wife came out and squirted it off when I got done. I raked up most of these leaves. But I think I'll conclude today's video with a little story. What do you think? How do you like my little redneck patio? Probably got to paint these chairs and tables. They've been on that deck around there for 20 years. I've probably told this story before, but I'll tell it again. The story of this house right here. I first moved here in 1983 with the railroad and transferred from Atlanta. And this land here was 4 different building lots. There's 2 houses over there on the other 2 building lots. I bought 2 building lots from the guy, and each lot had a well on it. So I've got 2 wells on this property, but I don't use either one of them because when city water came through, I dug a ditch all the way down to the road, put in my own water pipes. But we lived in a mobile home up in Marietta, Georgia. And when we transferred with the railroad, I stayed in the mobile home for 10 or 15 years because I wanted to get away from Atlanta. And once you get in that mobile home racket, it's hard to get out of it. But it was a place for us to live and stay. And it's an entirely different mindset to renting a lot in a trailer park and buying land and building your own house. Well, I moved down here in these 4 lots. This was just cow pasture. You see all this trees and stuff around here, but it was just a big pasture. I came up on the hill here about, right sunset, the first day that I bought it. Told her I bought some land in Griffin. And I put a telephone pole up. I'm going to say about where that oak tree is. A utility pole to put the power meter and stuff on. Had a power company come and hook it up. They ran this wire from, I guess from this pole here over to that one. No, we added this pole at a later time. It doesn't matter. Anyway, within a week, I moved the mobile home down here. We backed it up and parked it right about in this area here between me and the garage. And we lived for a year and a half in the mobile home here. It looked real nice. I had a deck built on the front of it with a screened-in porch. And I come home one day and told her, I'm going to build a house. It's what we've always wanted. You ain't build no house, you watch me. We're going to build a house. Contacted a company called Miles Homes, and they'll supply you with I don't even know if they're in business now or not, with all the lumber you need to build your house. So within a couple of weeks, this big old 18-wheeler loaded up with lumber, drove up here in the yard and dumped it all out on the ground. I had to sort it all. In the meantime, I had a contractor come and dig out for the foundation of the house, and they poured me a poured concrete foundation, and I took over from there building the house. It took me 2.5 years to build this house. Paint's peeling off of it. Some of the fascia board is looking bad, but it's held up pretty good. I guess it was around 85 when I finished building this house. We lived in it a couple years, and I decided I want a garage. Went up to a lumber company in Forest Park, I believe it was, and they had the plans for a garage. And I said, send me all the lumber. Had a contractor come in and poured $8,000 worth of cement, poured the driveway and the cement floor for the garage. And me and my boy James, I guess he was 12, 13, something like that at the time. I don't remember how old he was. Me and him built that garage in about 2 weeks. Came out pretty good. But ever since then, it's been one little project after another one. This patio is a good example. I try to stay busy. I've had several little outbuildings here, the barn outside. Spent a lot of time building a barn out there, but it's deteriorated and falling down. I don't use it anymore. Built my boathouse over there. All that time I was keeping the grass cut. We had a couple of cows here. I kept cows on this property for 3 or 4 years. Had this place all fenced in. And the cows pretty well kept the grass cut for me. We raised a couple of pigs. We've had chickens here. I've raised pigeons over here. I had a big pigeon pen behind this green building. The kids had turkeys. What else did we have? Rabbits. I don't know, every kind of little critter you can think of. Chickens I had trouble keeping up because wild animals killing them all. It's kind of hard to keep them from killing your chickens. Unless you go to, I was working all the time and I really couldn't spend the time taking care of it. We had our own egg business there for a while. So I say business, we had eggs coming out our ears. But that's just a brief breakdown on our little house here. I always wanted a house, and I decided if I want one, I'll have to build it. The problem with we didn't have a whole lot of money. Never been able to save a whole lot of money. So when you buy a house already built, you got to come up with a whole lot of cash. We didn't have. So I built the cotton picking house. Went to the bank and told them, hey, I need a loan on the house. What house? I said, well, you can send the appraiser out there and look at it. I've already built it. The whole time I was building it, I was paying construction loan type payments to Miles Homes. They give you 2.5 years to get it done. After that, you could lose your shirt. So when I started running out of time, I had to step it up to finish the house. I was working at the railroad 8 hours a day and building on the house. And sometimes it wasn't uncommon for me to be out here midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning working on this house. Well, we lived right here in the mobile home, so we didn't have to walk far to get home every night. We had the house about 2/3 built. Well, it was all dried in. The outside was finished. I was still hanging sheetrock and stuff in the inside. Had a bunch of scaffolding around this end of the porch. Came out of the mobile home one night. It was about 10, 11 o'clock. She was in the shower doing something in the kitchen. I said, I'm going to go check the house and make sure it's locked up. When I come around this corner here, I run into 2 guys trying to break in the front door. They had their headlights on their pickup truck shining up here in my eyes, and I could see the silhouette of somebody in the truck. Well, there was 2 trying to get in the front door, and I didn't have a weapon. I picked up a pipe. It's a joint that puts scaffolding together, a piece of metal pipe about that long, about yay big around. And they realized I was standing there, and I said, can I help you with something? And they didn't know that my mobile home was right behind the house. I'm going to give you about 2 seconds to get off my damn front porch. Good thing I didn't have a gun. I'd have probably shot one of them. But what worried me more was the person in the truck, that I could see their silhouette. Probably is one of them's wife or something. But I know exactly what they were going to do. They thought they were going to break in this house and steal some appliances or something like that. It's the only time I've really had trouble with anybody. I've got my security cameras and stuff around here to be on the lookout for them, though. I don't trust people when when there's sneaky snakes. Anyway, that's not much of a story today. I appreciate you listening to my video.